Hey guys, this is Rombbb. We're back on track. Heading to the Monarch Gala. I just read during the loading screen an interesting snippet. There are quite some worthwhile information pieces on the loading screen. What I just read is that Jack moved away from Riverport to go to Vietnam and Thailand and go on his backpacking tour for 6 years in 2010, and that is actually the same year that the Zero State incident occurred, of which I'm still not sure what it exactly entails. But that's also the year that Will lost his countermeasure device that he just finished producing or manufacturing that year. And it also mentioned that the reason that Jack and Will fell out is because Will was spending the inheritance of their parents mostly on his obsessive research, at least in the eyes of Will. Of course, Will at the time was not aware of the full implications of his revolutionary scientific findings and groundbreaking discoveries that he was making. But that was the reason they fell out, and in 2010 that really came to a climax, and Jack decided to simply leave Riverport and go on his world trip. But it's quite maybe a coincidence that is the same year that something called the Zero State incident happened. So maybe it could be that Will staged escalation of the relationship, maybe for him to actually push him away, to move him out, as to with the ulterior motive of protecting his brother Jack from what was called the Zero State incident that would also happen in that same year. But that's all guessing on my part. At least I found it funny to read that little snippet of information. Okay, we are on head to the gala, and we have to. Still I'm going for the collectibles, so I have to go and read some emails. First one, time machine core to Kara Avero. Kara, thank you for the update. We do not require the time machine to be activated in the near future. This is on October 9th, 6 p.m. So that's 2 hours after factory time. But from this point forward, I want technicians on standby. Our plan requires absolute control. That is what the machine represents. More than anything, we want to protect the machine from falling into the hands of our enemies. We have to deny them the opportunity to disrupt our plans. We may not be able to change the past, but if my travels have proven anything, it's that the past can help us better prepare for the steps to come. Those steps will be made clear to you very soon, Paul Serene. Okay, this is the original email from Kara. I have no idea what that is, but anyways. Paul, the time machine core has successfully been transported to the HQ and installed in the Monarch time machine frame on the top floor of the tower. The crew is getting restless. They really need some insight into the next steps. I understand the details of your plan remaining confidential for a reason, but any information you can give us would be extremely helpful. Kara. Okay, so Monarch staff themselves is quite curious on what's about to happen. They probably also feel that stuff will some brown stuff will hit the ventilator quite soon. This is the CHR tunneling experiment wormhole module. Okay, so they're also dealing in wormholes. And if I remember science fiction movies correctly, a wormhole is a gateway to another dimension.
Oh, dude. Come on, your work.
Adventures Religious Singles dating website. Adventures Religious Singles. Pure thrills for the pure of heart. Find your soulmate. Meet the one he meant for you. Abstain together. Enjoy the tension. There is room for all in the closet of the Lord. Pretty funny. Enjoy abstention together. That is so funny. I would rather enjoy abstention alone. Meh. What is inside north? I have no idea. It's probably not south. No, just kidding. It's Friday evening, so it's a weekend. It's already pretty late, around midnight. But anyways, I'm in a pretty good mood for the obvious reason of not having to get up early tomorrow to go to work. So hence I have a bit of not that my sense of humor normally is really good, but currently I'm having quite a lame sense of humor. Next wave of quantum computers, going beyond Moore's law. Computers run our world, and it's up to us to determine how efficiently they do it. With Monarch's recent breakthroughs in computing, a new wave of personal computers and server-based solutions is on the horizon. Faster, smaller, lighter and cooler, both literally and figuratively. Soon, incredibly complex operations can be completed in no time at all. The future of computing will fit in your pocket and meet all your needs, whether you're in the office or at home. Nice, that means better graphics in gaming. Okay, we have a Chronon source over there. We will pick that up soon. Hello people over here. Hey, this is the same bald dude that was also in the other room. With I think a Chinese woman, of which I was wondering whether she resembled another NPC, and I thought that maybe they were mother and daughter, and this guy was standing in front of her. Doesn't matter. Alright. Proof of concept. Lifeboat presentation. The lifeboat, located underneath Monarch headquarters, access sealed until activated. Completely stutter proofed, maintained with chronon particles sourced from ground zero. Particle flow directed by the chronon field regulator. Twofold purpose, guarantee survival of human race, find a way to restart time. Limited capacity, personnel chosen based on vital skills. Complete discretion required. Note, Mr. S, that's I think Paul Serene, will give the speech tonight at Gala, groundwork for activation. Mr. H, Mr. Hatch, has limited availability, busy with Joyce, that would be me, Jack Joyce. Contact his assistant if urgent. Complete discretion required. Please is that approved. Maintain the particle flow directly by CFR. You see that her pen is, that's maybe because of the time fracture, but her pen is actually floating a couple of 1 or 2 inches, or 1 inch, if that means 3 centimeters metric, above her hands. Twofold purpose, okay, tonight, okay, it's urgent. Yeah, everything that was in the pop-up text is also on the boards. Is that a D20 failure? It sure looks like a D20 failure. Okay, we got these emails out of the way. Let's see how we are doing. We are on track. And I think okay, so we are now, we can hit a checkpoint because I cannot push it to the right, I guess, and there's a little bit of a space in between the little bulbs. in the little circles. So we can move forward. And there were actually, if I saw it correctly, 2 chronon sources hiding nearby. This is a foxy lady doing scientific work on high heels. Good combination. This room is not accessible. That is another nice garden wall and a nice rock climbing wall, and also a nice chronon source. Okay. But I thought I
Garage.
saw...
Sounds like the way out of this place.
Cargo station. Also sounds like a place where a fight will take place. But we don't mind that. Okay, that's in the garage. That's not in this section, unless we can get in there, but that's not the case. But the time vision eye is blinking, so you should think there's something here. That's probably because of the activator here. Right. Somehow I have the ID, but I was wrong before, thinking that in the empty swimming pool a major fight would take place, as dictated by 101 game design. But still, somehow I think that the parking garage will be a location of a serious fight. Transmitter station, we're coming right from that. Enhanced Combat Application Research Unit Office Spaces. That was where Miss Emerald's office was. And a nice chronon source. Thank you very much. And annoying door.
All I had to do was make it through the garage. Seems simple enough.
Yeah, seems simple enough. That is actually not making me any more comfortable. Oops.
What are they gonna do to that bird guy? After what he pulled, you gotta figure he's dead, right?
Yeah, right.
Shit.
All personnel. Jack Joyce has escaped custody and is now present at the R&D facility. Copy. Target at once.
Phew. I think I actually like this fight with the regular security guards instead of those. Phew.
No.
Instead of those chronon soldiers. And I haven't used this one a lot. It's pretty cool.
Move up to the flank!
Alarm's not gonna make my life any easier. There's gotta be a way out of here.
I like this fight. Just with the regular guys.
You almost have locked everything down.
Gives you a
Turn it off.
bit more time to experiment with powers. And destructible environments. But if it was up to me, the alarm is now allowed to stop. Oops, that was not necessary. We are, I think, here, whatever. A quantum ripple is coming up. It's a little hexagon symbol, and that is important because it will make the live action scenes more fun, probably. There's something there. Yeah, it's a radio, so we need to get in there. That didn't work. Okay, that's our way to stop the alarm. But I bet you that when we do so, more happy campers will join the underground parking garage. And not to happy camp, but to put a bullet in my head. Otherwise also this ammo pickup would not be here. I think a heavy is coming our way. And I'm going to try to don't forget to use this one. This one is cool. I don't use that one often. Okay, and it also doesn't, the cooldown of that time stop and the time blast, I don't think it affects each other. You see, there are two separate red circles now to the right. So one, I think the top one is time stop and the other one is time blast. That's 1 second. Yeah, the time blast doesn't work now. The time stop does perfectly, two after each other. And the time blast is now charged. So that's separate. I thought they were linked and that's why I was hesitant to use them. I instead opted to use more time stops instead of one more powerful time blast, but you can just use them separately. Then we have of course also the jumping mechanic, and if you do not move the left trigger, it will actually activate it in place, and that will knock down, I presume, enemies in your direct vicinity. So like this. Then we have of course the time shield, super handy, our balloon of invincibility, and we have how we call it, dodge with the bullet time effect. Only the bullet time effect is pretty darn short. And I wonder which circle it is. The sprinting one. It's the third one. Okay, sorry, I got carried away again. Oh yeah, can we already upgrade? Because maybe we can extend bullet time. No, we only have 2 upgrade points. Okay, then we won't upgrade. Anything here? Nope. What's that? Yes, there is.
Adventures in Flesh by L. Hakola. Chapter
hell?
11.
Is somebody playing
Submission.
an audiobook
When the
over the radio?
Archibald finally
Whoever that
descended
is, shut it
into
off
his basement,
now.
His dungeon.
I think I'll just leave that right there.
Calm and collected
Somebody find out where that's coming from.
stark
This is
contrast
supposed to be a secure
to
channel.
Rest. He was still dressed in his impeccable suit of softest velvet, wearing the horn-rimmed glasses that gave him an air of indisputable authority. Behind those glasses were his eyes, and those eyes glinted with feverish anticipation. I squirmed in my restraints. "So," he said, "here we are. You're gagged and helpless, and I can't wait to send my adventurer party into the darkest dungeon, located in the soft, damp underbelly of your citadel." He paused and licked his thin lips. "And I brought along my 10-foot pole." I squirmed again. He laughed long and hard. "Oh yes, I'll take out the battering ram, my pretty. Whatever it takes to smash my way into your sanctum sanctorum." He must have caught something on my face then. He adjusted his glasses and cleared his throat. "Look, not to break the scene, but please nod if you're still into this. I mean, just to be sure. I don't want there to be any... I mean, we're not idiots here, right? Fantasy's great, but, you know, explicit consent to secret sauce, right?" He giggled sensually. I stayed very, very still. Then I nodded. His face broke into a devilish grin. "Well," he said, as he pulled on the leather gloves and picked up the oversized D20. "Let's play."
Okay, that was kind of sexually undertoned, I would say. A little piece of gay fantasy going on there. But they said D20. And I thought that I just read on the board over there upstairs something like D20 failure. So, yeah, okay, I'm not sure. Either D20 is some, or I'm mistaken and it didn't say D20, or D20 is some scientific object, or D20 is some gay porn sexual attributes. It could all be. Anyhow, we are going to shut off the alarm, but there was a collectible here, so I should not get, how do you say it, easy on it, because I will otherwise overlook them. And as twice before, we'll probably end up deciding to redo the level, and that's not fun for everyone. This thing over there, if you shoot it, then it helps with the chronon-enabled soldiers. I have no idea why, but it seems to cause some kind of local zero state field. I'm just wondering if zero state is like the situation where time flows normally, or actually where it stops. But anyways, it seems to create, I think, a time-stopped field, and any chronon-enabled soldiers in the vicinity will be hindered by that. So I think that's also an indication that chronon-enabled soldiers are on our way, or heading into our direction. First shoot the paint bottle. That's also a vital piece of action. Oops, oops. Dude.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Phew. This is actually nice, one-on-one. I like it. Not with like 20 goons swarming the place. One second. Oops. That was to be expected. Oops. Cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I think this wasn't everything. Shall we pick up? Yeah, why not? I don't really like it, but a full machine gun beats the empty one we already had in our possession. Oh, by the way,
Beth, I got that device for you, but Dr. Amaril's at the party.
Yeah, I just spotted her. Wanna be my date?
Yeah, save me that cocktail weenie. I'll make my way there.
Serene's finished his speech and he knows you're loose. He's headed your way. Remember what we said. I'll keep him occupied, but switch to the Monarch frequency to make sure you stay out of his crosshairs.
Okay, I'll see you at the party.
okay, but anyways, actually before I went in here, I wanted to replenish ammo in that little ammo pouch over there. Shall we do that? Because I'm not sure what the trigger will be for the next fight. Sporto pets. To motivate yourself to go to the gym. Okay. What will be the trigger? Pressing this computer thingy? Or is that simply yeah, that is not a collectible. That's actually, I think, something we must do. So then probably we can also get outside without triggering anything, and first replenish our ammunitions. Then at least we don't have to do it damn, I cannot even get my guns out. Why not? Where is that ammo pouch? Don't trigger the next scene, because then we cannot go back to press the computer in the little room. Come on people, oh here it is. We are already full, so that is amazingly well. Let's press the computer. By the way, let's also, talking about destructible cover, let's check how destructible it is. Ah damn, I cannot get my weapon out. Otherwise I would have shoot some cars and check whether their tires pop and whether their gas tank area is more susceptible to impact than, let's say, the front fender, blah blah blah. But first, press this all important computer button. Okay, that's more quiet. That's good, because I have my headphones on, and when I hear like loud alarms, I automatically also start to talk louder into the mic, and that's probably a bit overdoing it.
They don't make
Holy shit, people. Damn it! I hate Cronin guys. Can I please get some breathing room, people?
Holy shit!
Whoa, what was that? Oh, damn, I think that was the weapon of Heavy. This could be how do you say it? A hard level. We don't have any cover here. Where is the best cover point? The cars are of course liable or susceptible to explosion, or they tend to explode, so that's also not a permanent solution. Yeah, there really isn't any hunker down location, except maybe for this part over here. That seems quite okay, but I think the Heavy will also be coming from that direction. So I think it's just a matter of not staying in one place too long.
Beth, I got that device for you, but Dr. Amaril's at the party.
Yeah, I just spotted her. Wanna be my date?
Yeah, save me that cocktail weenie. I'll make my way there.
Serene's finished his speech and he knows you're loose. He's headed your way. Remember what we said? I'll keep him occupied.
Beth, I've got time. Let's see the party.
Joyce is here. Over.
Roger that. Light him up.
Joyce is escaped! Keep shooting!
Where was the...
All units, target has been sighted. Be on high alert.
Oops.
He's right here!
I'm here.
I'm going in!
Yes, it is a pretty cool level, man. Did I finish the Heavy? Now we can check how...
Holy shit!
Oops.
I think that move! Go! Now!
Ooh. Damn.
Fresh mag! Suppressing fire!
That's because I shot that Chronon cylinder over there. Noise. Dude, where are you? Ah, there you are. Oops. I like this fight. It's like not overly doing it with swarming you. You'll have time to just be a bit creative, so to say. Like so.
That's all of them. That's the last of them.
This was a really cool fight. I really like that. This is the hardest difficulty level, but it's certainly not impossible. It's just a nice challenge. but not like the other video I shot on the most difficult level in Gears of War 4, which is simply freakingly difficult, and not even difficult. It's you can simply not complete it without a lot of luck. You will get swarmed. Well, those cars are pretty liable to explosions. No, but you will get swarmed and you can simply not do anything, no matter how good you are. So it's just more a game of dice, that level, and that is in this game certainly not the case. So you have all the tools at your disposal to to get the enemies out of the way. Let's see if the tires deflate. No, they do not. Imagine if it's your car and you see that you are returning from the grocery store and you see this from the front of your grill. You think like, oh, there's a bit of smoke coming from my car. Hey, is that fire I see from my car? Oops. And then you think like, nah, it's not fire. I will put the groceries in like, oops. These. No, I think that's a waste of ammunition. Cool, the wheel. Anyhow, let's continue because I can get carried away and before you know it 2 hours are over and everybody fell asleep watching YouTube. Which is of course also nice. Sleeping is nice. Oh, by the way. Okay, we got the quantum ripple. I think the quantum ripple was the little gay radio play that we activated. By the way, I suspect that will become quite a nice little piece in the live action movie. That humorous play that we triggered. We cannot see it. By the way, episode 3 we have to unlock to see it. There were other quantum ripples in the other levels, which required us to see episode 2 before we could see it, and I think we did so in the meantime. Oh, this is episode 3. Episode 2 is what we saw, so we can maybe see the quantum ripples from here. No quantum ripples here. By the way, we also missed out 2 pieces at the swimming pool. It's so stupid. It must have been somewhere outside, I guess. Maybe that cab or so. Who is Schrodinger?
Okay, May 17th, 1998. This is William Joyce, and I'm about to conduct the first animal test of the machine prototype. Okay.
William Joyce, that's, I don't know what Schrodinger refers to. Maybe a scientist or something, a well-known scientific experiment. Anyhow, here, there's a quantum ripple. then we can see it. An athletic dinosaur experienced an unscheduled departure. Few episodes to unlock quantum ripple. Cause Pebble. A standee of a T-Rex with a football and the text Rexus appears out of nowhere in the industrial area in 2010. A time travel closed loop, a paradox, a prank. Effect Ripple. The new Riftport football team Riftport Rexus is formed and adopts the T-Rex as their mascot in 2011. Effect Ripple. Due to an university fraternity prank, the standee ends up on Ghoul Island in a rowboat. Effect Ripple. An identical the same standee goes missing at Ground Zero in 2016. Ground Zero drone surveillance inventory. Dr. Morphin, Dr. T. Ranger, transcript of related discussion. Again with time travel, we know it's possible, yeah, but it doesn't follow that every single thing is. No, look, wait, this one, though, it appeared right out of thin air. This one, though, it appeared right out of thin air. Well, out of thin air, time travel doesn't really work like out of thin air. Okay. I remember seeing on Gull Island when Charlie and what's her name? Fiona, the nice girl who seduced Charlie, when they were walking in the woods, they walked by a T-Rex symbol or the what how do you call it? Their mascot, that billboard that was like in the middle of the woods. And a standee of a T-Rex with a football and the text Rexus appears out of nowhere in the industrial area in 2010. So the 2010 was the Zero State incident, or whatever. And indeed, when we were going to the industrial complex, then Jack is on a balcony and he's overlooking the route to Will's first workshop. And then he says, yeah, I recognize it because of the billboard on top of it. And I think that billboard was a T-Rex billboard. So on the other hand, that's also a bit weird because Jack left for Thailand and Vietnam or Southeast Asia in 2010. And he said something along the lines when he was on that balcony overlooking the industrial complex. He said something like, I've recognized the old building with the billboard out of 1000, which was Will's workshop. So that pretty much implies that it was already there for a long time. And according to this little description, the T-Rex only appeared in the industrial area in 2010. So yeah, I hope it's a bit clear what I tried to say. If it appears in 2010 and Jack also leaves in 2010, how can he say something along the lines like, oh yeah, there's the old building with the billboard that I recognize out of whatever, suggesting that he has been there for like super often over a longer period of time. That is not possible because the billboard was there only since 2010. Anyhow, what? Yeah, and the second of the three ripple effects is also something I can maybe place in game. It says, due to a university fraternity prank, the standee ends up on Ghoul Island in a rowboat. I'm not sure about the rowboat, but I am sure what I mentioned earlier, 5 minutes ago, before I went on this big detour on the industrial complex, is that I saw one of the T-Rex billboards indeed on Gull Island, but it was in the woods, and I'm not sure whether there was also a rowboat involved. But yeah, okay, that's one ripple down. We have another one here. A sudden change of evening plans. Ah, this is the one I think I earlier mentioned. That was about a guy leaving home from work early to celebrate and finding his wife cheating on him and then murdering them and getting into jail. I thought that was something I read on YouTube regarding one of the missing collectibles, one that we didn't pick up in the beginning of the game. But afterward I noticed it actually refers that little story to one that I think we did pick up. So let's see if that is this one, because that seems pretty cool. Although I do not remember to see anything along those lines in the second live action scene on which this quantum ripple has effect or refers to or is related to. Let's see. No, is this it? I don't think so. Sorry, I'm just confusing you guys. Senior broker Haskins loses his gala invitation. Intentional sabotage accidents. Effect ripple. Haskins is late to the gala. His wife divorces him. Haskins on a burnout leave. Effect ripple. Haskins' invitation is sold on eBay by someone using a pseudonym Blanche McDougall. Maybe that's some kind of anagram or whatever. Effect ripple. Large numbers of monarch butterflies found dead from coast to coast. Okay. I'm so okay with this one. Haskins is such an asshole. Nobody likes working with that guy. I know that feeling. I spat in his coffee once. Wow. Okay. Believe me, he had it coming and then some. Probably shouldn't put that on the record though. I'll make sure to erase that. Don't worry. Funny. Okay, there's so much going on, it's also a bit confusing for me, dizzying my head, but when we looked into a computer, then in the cutscene, Jack accidentally threw something in the garbage bin. And I thought that referred to something I read on YouTube regarding a missing collectible. But thinking on it now, it did look a bit like an invitation or like a paper card, a flyer or a brochure. So maybe it was this guy's Haskins gala invitation that he lost because Jack accidentally dropped it in the garbage bin. It could be. The only thing I'm now still really curious about is the other sequence that I did read somewhere on the guy going home to celebrate and finding his wife cheating on him. But that was in the past in the game, so we will not find that anymore. But I will look it up afterwards because that does sound like a pretty funny
Mr. Serene's chopper
story.
is inbound for...
Hey, Clarice? That you?
This is HQ Alpha. Charlie, I told you to stay off the operations chip.
I'm just okay. Episode 1. The rest here we all checked. We also saw all those quantum ripples. Just really in my head a bit with that funny story about that guy going home. Where was that? Not this. Nope, nope. Yeah, I already read this, but it's pretty funny that if you open the collectible on the timeline, that you actually see some graphic beside it. In this case, a newspaper snippet. And that's actually funny. Countermeasure schematics. That's time machine schematics, okay. Here, there again you see the actual newspaper clipping. Opening statements, time, okay. Nope. I think I won't be able to find that little part. What happened to Dr. Henry Kim? He got exposed to a lot of coronal radiation. Let's check this. Yeah, I'm gonna check these one too. Sorry, there are some new ones. Crown, Blue Island sign. Maybe I saw it here because I think maybe I saw it even somewhere in game. The speech, quantum ripple. Maybe it's that one. Research and development. Nope. Nope. Protocol, shift press station, monarch technology, timeline. Nope, that was the board on the wall. Nope. Cool Island, monarch, notice boards. Yeah, this was near Dr. Emerald's office. Okay, this was to Clarice Ogawa. Okay. Joyce in custody. Yes, that's Fiona and Beth. Purpose of the gala was already clear, to motivate everybody. Instructions for tonight. All person be conducting interrogation. Please criminal go to detention shortly. What are the instructions? Not that much. Dream journal. What is with Jack Joyce in our custody? I thought it relevant to forward you a message you sent me years ago. Do not underestimate the significance he holds in your life. I understand your concern that he is reluctant to accept the inevitability of what is coming. However, when he sees the whole picture, he will have no choice but to believe. We all had our doubts once you showed us the light. This is from Paul, as promised in Larry chat. I'm now going to describe what I call my dreams. Okay, this was that weird dream of Paul Serene. Projected fracture progression. We looked at the perimeter and crossed the numbers, and the result are original predicted together years till the fracture reaches the point where time breaks down completely. Doesn't match up with the progressive stutters we are experiencing. Put simply, the stutters are happening more and more frequently, clearly indicating that the mind joist field is breaking down much faster than we thought. Read that one. Shifters. You read that one. Chronon disrupted wave function subjects, also known as shifters. Neon 2, we have minutes to capture. Okay, you have to stay away from them because they will damage you. CFR briefing. That's a locked diary. And why is that locked? Because there are only 3 out of 4 document or intel parts unlocked. This part only has 2 intel parts, so maybe it gets unlocked if you get an intel part in another level. No, but we can just open it. That's weird. CFR briefing by Dr. Sophia Amaral. It's no exaggeration to say that the chronon field regulator or the CFR is at the heart of all Monarch technological advances. The statement on some. Yeah, okay, we already read this. The time machine. I've just been informed that the time machine core we obtained from the US. We just read that. I'm just going to the new time machine corridor. Yeah. To whom does he send it? To a bunch of, I think, Remedy devs. Looking at the first guy with his glasses, looking serious. Pretty funny. Okay. What's up, girl? This is Charlie trying to hit on Fiona. Brenner's mock. Oh yeah, I was curious who Brenner was again. Check out Burke's contacts. Who's he working with? It's a chronon source. No, and then we are where we are. Okay. So we will continue on our way. What I will maybe do, because that's the thing with me, sometimes if I have something in my head, I find it annoying that it keeps eating away at you and you cannot really... It's a super engine. That's cool. Then you cannot really let it go. So what I can do, I have to restart the recording fit anyways, because, you know, I want to avoid what happened earlier, that my PC crashes and I have to... Wow, this is pretty weird. I have to play it all over again. So what I can do is restart video, and in the meantime you will not... Wow, this is pretty cool, huh? Actually move it. And in the meantime I can quickly check my phone on that that little side story I was talking about, the guy going home and killing his wife and stuff, and then we can get that out of the way and move on with full attention to the next part. Now I'm only wondering where that is. Where is the next part? Oh yeah, it was there because there was also a radio here. So I will do that. Let's stop, record and start as soon as we hit the next checkpoint.
It's Teresa here again. I've got a fresh bagel and a big cup of coffee and a perfectly lovely audience. And everything's all right in my world. Why don't you give me a call and tell me how things are going in yours? We can... Oh, that was quick. That's our first caller on the line. Hey caller, you're on the air with Teresa.
Hey Teresa, it's Spencer.
Hi Spencer, what's going on with you?
Not much, cooking spaghetti, listening to you. Just wanted to say hi to my husband, starting his shift at Fire Station 12.
Well, let's hope he's listening. Thanks for that, Spencer. Let's go to our next call. Hi, you're on the air. Hey, this is Gail. Nice to hear from you, Gail. What's on your mind? Well, my boyfriend was at the protest last night and he hasn't come home. Oops, looks like we lost Gail there. Cell phones, am I right? Well, let's take a little look at the weather. It's a nice fall evening with clear skies and that lovely crisp autumn air. What could be better than that? Just a nice quiet moment we can all enjoy.
That was pretty suspicious. That lady got cut off from their radio station. Where is it? Do you see it? Is it here? No, it's behind that door. Looking forward to shooting someone in the face with a shotgun. It looks cool. Okay, here we go. Pretty big dive bottles for on your back. Can you imagine that if Jack would wore that as a diving bottle, he could go really deep. And he would probably not be able to swim back up.
I need the exact coordinates for Joyce ASAP. Monarch Actual is moving in to intercept.
This is Home Guard 5. Just spotted him entering the tunnel system outside the party grounds.
Beth?
I'm on my way.
He took out my entire squad. Requesting immediate backup in here.
Attention all units. Reroute to the tunnels immediate.
Negative. Seal off all exit points, but I go in alone. He's mine.
Nice work.
Shit. Paul is heading our direction and he is quantum enabled. Okay, this was actually the saving symbol. So I am going to stop the video, start it immediately afterwards in your time experience. In my time experience I will have the opportunity to in the meantime quickly check my telephone to see on that side story and to make another pot of tea. So guys, I will see you in the next vid. You can that will be I think part yeah, I don't know, I've lost count. I have to even upload a lot of them, so I'm not really sure now which part it will be. But I will see you in the next vids, and for the meantime, if you are planning on doing something, don't forget, keep on gaming. See you.